I wonder, should I stay with TJ Harmon on YouTube or go back to my original name, Rell2G? Hard to think about it. I'm gonna let you decide, should I stay with TJ Harmon or go back to my original name, Rell2G? Next week, you will find out what my name will be. Showtime! What's happening, you guys? TJ Harmon, aka Rell2G on YouTube, over the _Rell on Twitter. Let's cut right to the chase. We're here for my weekly picks for 2015-2016 NFL season. The first game is the Pittsburgh Steelers Thursday night facing New England Patriots over there at Gillette Stadium. Steelers made some off-season changes, getting Michael Vick as backup quarterback, and Le'Veon Bell hurting himself, so he's not even going to be playing in this game. They also got Brandon Boykins on defense. Meanwhile, the Patriots got the return of Tom Brady as his 4-game suspension has been chopped away. I don't know why. I still think he told somebody to deflate that balls and whatever, but hey, they'll find when they face the Colts in week 6. But on this game, Patriots going to be too much. Patriots did a lot of moves, took out Reggie Wayne, took out LeGarrette Blount. Patriots still think they're going to be that team in the AFC East. There's going to be a surprise here, you guys, but I'm going to tell you to pick the Patriots at home to beat the Steelers. Sunday, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Buffalo Bills. Colts getting some moves. Frank Gore, Todd Harmon, Trent Cole, and Andre Johnson. I don't know how much they're going to be as this combatant force with this Indianapolis Colts team with Andrew Luck. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Bills getting Percy Harvins, Sean McCoy, Matt Castles. Then they got Tyrod Taylor, who is the starting quarterback for this team. He's going to have goosebumps as well as stomach cramps. Should I say stomach cramps? He's going to have stomach nervous pains because I think this Colts is going to beat the crap out of him. Hopefully that offensive line is going to get themselves together. And Rex Ryan, who I still don't think is a good coach, but hey, who knows? He might have a different sort of opinion and a different scheme going on with this Bills team. Meanwhile, Sean McCoy, he's not even going to be playing. Maybe because of the hamstring, he might have to sit out another game or two. We just have to wait and see. We'll find out on Sunday. But I'm going to tell you to pick the Colts on the road to beat the Bills in Buffalo. The Cleveland Browns facing the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium. Mike Pettine back as head coach. Just not really sure about this Browns team. Johnny Manziel still with this ball club. I'm not sure what his status is. And the New York Jets, of course, getting a new head coach from the Arizona Cardinals. I forget his name, but they got a new quarterback in the name of Mike Fitzgerald. Should be a great game for the Jets. Jets. I'm going to tell you to have them beat the Browns at MetLife Stadium. The Miami Dolphins on the road at FedEx Field facing Washington. Dolphins, Ryan Tannehill, he's going to become a beast of the AFC right around there with Tom Brady. I don't think he's going to be doing a whole lot, but he's going to be a shock to everybody's system. This Dolphins team is going to be a bit impressive because with the signing of Ndamukong Suh on defense, hopefully he's not going to be a dirty tactic player like he was with Detroit, signing millions of dollars during the offseason. It's just going to be a lot that we have to see with the Dolphins team. Meanwhile, Washington, Daniel Snyder, the worst owner in this league, bar none. Robert Griffin III out as quarterback. He's been sniped to number 3. Kirk Cousins will start. Colt McCoy will back him up. I'm not really sure about Washington at this particular point. Even with this Dolphins team coming in to face them, I tell you to pick the Dolphins in a row to beat Washington. The Kansas City Chiefs are playing at the Houston Texans. Chiefs making some moves. They get Jason Avant. Also, they get Jeremy Maclin on offense, and they got Jamal Charles back there with the running scheme of Alex Smith. Meanwhile, the Texans losing a lot but gaining a few others. Brian Hoyer, he's going to be the starter for this ball club. Arian Foster, he's out. He's not even going to play for a few games, and Andre Johnson, like I told you, going to play with Indianapolis. I just don't see this Texan team beating a Chiefs team at home at Reliance Stadium. So I'm going to tell you to pick Kansas City on the road to beat Houston. Carolina Panthers on the road facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville still in the rebuilding process. Maybe a good quarterback that they got from last season may stir up to being even better this season. But with this Panthers team of Cam Newton and luckily as well as Greg Olsen, it's just going to be too much for that Jaguars defense to even ill and thrill. Also, Kelvin Benjamin for the wide receiver course for the Panthers. He's out with a torn ACL, done for the season. Man, Carolina going to annihilate Jacksonville in Jacksonville over the Jaguars this Sunday. Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. NFC North contest here. Rival Aaron Rodgers back. Jordy Nelson out with a torn ACL. A lot of ACL tears this off-season, preseason. I don't think it's not going to hurt them hard. It's going to hurt them a little. Even Randall Cobb, he's hurt, but he may still play in this game on Sunday. The Chicago Bears, meanwhile, Jay Cutler back as this inconsistent quarterback that the Bears had. Even though they got rid of Mark Tresson, thank goodness for that, because he made that Bears team stunk even the 2 seasons that he's been with this ball club. I'm still not sure about this Bears team, even though they do got John Fox as their coach. Packers should have no problem beating the Bears in Chicago on Sunday. The Seattle Seahawks facing the St. Louis Rams. Seahawks making some moves, taking 2 of their best cornerbacks, moving them to the NFC East, getting Jimmy Graham from the Saints. What difference is that going to make with this team? Russell Wilson, not going to be the same quarterback because he got a Steve Hour with him this season. Interesting to see. Meanwhile, the St. Louis Rams getting Nick Foles in that trade with Sam Bradford to Philadelphia. He's got to start all over, pick up the pieces, and make this Rams a fun team again, even with the loss of Bradford and a few other players. I still think that special teams with St. Louis is going to be a force to be reckoned with. But meanwhile, in this game, pick the Seahawks at St. Louis to beat the Rams. The Detroit Lions in the late game will face the San Diego Chargers. Phillip Rivers is going to get his act together, even though Anton Gates is not playing. Ryan Matthews, he's going from that team, but he still got to worry about Eddie Royal and crew. Meanwhile, the Detroit Lions losing Ndamukong Suh and Reggie Bush. Also, Calvin Johnson, he's still going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm just not sure about their defense. I'm going to tell you to have the Chargers at home to beat the Lions in San Diego. The New Orleans Saints will face the Arizona Cardinals over there in the Great Desert. Saints, awful last season. I'm not sure about Drew Brees this season, even with the loss of Jimmy Graham, and they made a couple moves this offseason as well. Not sure about the Saints, though, but the Arizona Cardinals, their defensive coordinator going to coast with the Jets. Bruce Arians, still a coach, great with this Cardinals team, and also Arizona just picked up Matt Barkley in the trade with Philadelphia. Still not sure about this Cardinals team, even with Fitzgerald, their wide receiver guy, on this ball club. The offense is great. The defense, I'm not sure. So I'm going to tell you to pick the Saints in the wild card to beat the Cardinals in Arizona. Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This could be a toilet flushing game for both teams so far. Number 1 versus number 2. Number 1, Winston at home. Number 2 against Marcus Mariota on the road. Tennessee, rebuilding, still not going to be that team. Buccaneers, they're also rebuilding, but they should beat Tennessee at home in Tampa Bay. Their new head coach, Lovie Smith, should be interesting. Don't forget Mike Evans over there in that wide receiving corps with Tampa Bay. The Baltimore Ravens on the road to face the Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium. Ravens losing Torrey Smith was a big blow, and even with Ray Rice gone, I still think Baltimore could be a team to beat this season. But with Denver and Gary Kubiak as new head coach and Peyton Manning, I think probably on maybe his 1 or 2 last legs for this team. Not throwing a touchdown during the preseason, I think he did, but it took him 4 games to throw a touchdown pass. Wow. You can't do that in regular season, but I think the Broncos shouldn't have no problem beating the Ravens at home over there at Denver, Mile High Stadium. The Cincinnati Bengals on the road facing the Oakland Raiders. Derek Carr quarterbacking for the Raiders. I'm not sure about the Raiders right at this particular point, but the Bengals, Andy Dalton, Jeremy Hill, a lot going for them at this particular point. I tell you to pick the Bengals on the road to beat the Raiders. Sunday night, the New York Giants against the Dallas Cowboys, NFC East rival matchup. Odell Beckham Jr. coming back as Rookie of the Year. He's going to still be a great guy to watch, fun to watch as well. Giants getting Stan Vereen. Did I say Stan Vereen? Shane Vereen. Giants, I'm still not sure about Eli Manning. John Coughlin may be on his last leg with this ball club as well. It's just a lot with this Giants team. They let go Steve Weather for punting guy. Giants, I don't know about this team, like I said. 3-4 in my book. Dallas Cowboys, they got a team. Dez Bryant, Tony Romo. I still think it's going to be a crazy, wacky quarterback. And he also just picked up a running back via trade by the Seahawks today. A 4-headed monster's growing in Dallas. Why are they trying to be like another team, which I'm about to tell you in a minute. Dallas should have no problem with this ball club. And don't forget that little guy in Beasley, the Wes Welker of the NFC, proven beyond doubt. Cowboys should beat the Giants in week 1. And they're going to have to face each other again later on down the road during the season. And in Monday Night Football, 2 games. First game, the Philadelphia Eagles facing the Atlanta Falcons at the Georgia Dome. Chip Kelly making a lot of moves during the offseason. It was a head scratcher, but guess what? Think he's a genius in what he did. Bringing Sam Bradford to join forces with DeMarco Murray, Thunder and Lightning from Alabama. And then get rid of a 4-headed monster themselves with DeMarco Murray. He's got Ryan Matthews, Darren Sproles still there, and Ken John Barner, who is a rookie. Hey, Eagles got that offensive scheme as well with Jordy Matthews, Nelson Aguilar, and of course, they pick out Miles Austin from the Browns. This is going to be an offensive team to watch this season. The secondary, even better, getting Byron Maxwell and William Thurman from the Seattle Seahawks. The birds of boom do I see this off a defensive line. Getting rid of Trent Cole and a few other defensive players. Their defense is going to be on top, probably among the best in the NFC. But in this game against the Falcons, I'm not really sure. Julian Jones re-signed with the team. They got a new head coach. I forget who he is. Not going to make a difference. Eagles all over the Falcons in their hurry-up offense at Atlanta at the Georgia Dome Monday night. Last game, Minnesota Vikings on the road facing the San Francisco 49ers. My upset pick this week, the Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater, Adrian Peterson, run and gun, bam. It's going to be too much for this San Francisco 49ers team. A lot went down with the 49ers. They're getting Reggie Bush and getting rid of a lot of players, be retirement or just couldn't cut it. And they even let go one of the other defensive players because of his stupid off-season behavior. So, and I'm not even sure about Colin Kaepernick's chances with this ball club. He's just becoming inconsistent, and I don't think he's going to be ever the same Kaepernick back in 2012. Also, they did get Torrey Smith, rejoin Anquan Bolden, reunification. What difference is it going to make? Vikings in an upset on the road to beat the 49ers in Wine Country Monday night. That's my week 1 picks. Comment down below your picks. Let me know what you think. Don't forget, you want me to be TJ Harmon or continue this tradition as Rell2G of the past? You'll have the answer when we come back next week. Check out down below in the description box my NFC, AFC division leaders. Who's going to be number 1? Who's going to have the best record? As well as who's going to be dead ducks hiding in the pond. Check it out down below. TJ Harmon, aka Rell2G on YouTube, or Twitter. watching Week 1.